Windows is a pretty bloated system, and in this video, I want to get it cleaned. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe, and let's get right into it. First up, you can see right here, it's a great example that if you want to open up the browser, like it will say, yeah, you can share data with us, we can make it better, and so on and so forth. It will also say, continue without any data. But you know in your heart that, yeah, it is taking more than it is not taking from Edge. Anyway, just go to your browser, which is Edge, and this does require you to have a pretty, like, needs the fresh install. So this is the website, the Talon website. I went to the GitHub first. So in case you guys are interested in supporting this project, or if you are interested in checking out what commands is running or what code is running, it's also available on GitHub. So you guys can check that out. But other than that, it's pretty simple. You can go to this page right here. If you're going through GitHub, then there is a link in here, not this one. I don't know why I pressed it, but it was actually a documentation for Talon. So that's great, I guess. You can read it. But it's this thing right here. You just have to press it and it will open up their website. So here's the link for the website, and you can just go down, download it for Windows 11. And this does work on the latest Windows version, which I am on currently. And also, again, full disclosure, this is in a VM. And for some reason, like the VM itself is pretty sluggish. When I say it's pretty sluggish, it's pretty slow. I don't know why. I do have the VirtualBox graphics drivers installed and stuff. But first, to install Talon, you need to disable your antivirus. So this is the step that I'm showing you right now, which is once you open up the Defender, make sure to go to this page right here and disable everything. And when I say everything, I do mean everything. Just disable everything. And at this point, like I didn't realize it, but it does work if you disable everything. But it's better to add an exposure to your C drive, which I will show a little bit later into the video. So first, let me just show you how this is done. After you turned off Defender, and even like here's something that really frustrates me, that even when we disable like everything, like it disable Windows Defender and stuff, and as you can see, Edge really doesn't like me downloading this. So yeah, but we're downloading it anyway. And then while we have the Windows Defender disabled, now we'll just go to the file where it downloaded. It should be again by default in your downloads folder. Just right click on it, and thank God Windows does have a default extractor, so you don't need any third-party applications to extract stuff now, which is, yeah, I would say it's pretty great. But I would probably end up using 7-zip anyway. Just extract it, and then you'll get a file like this. So if you do have the antivirus enabled, it will immediately delete it. Like when I say immediately, I mean as soon as it sees it, it will just freak out. So then just run this program, and it should say this, which is, it will say it's a bit a malicious system, because it will say that because it doesn't want you to clean your system. Anyways, after you have given admin permissions and it does start to run, the process is, I would say, pretty simple. So again, this saying the Windows Defender is closed, so we can just close out of this menu, and it will open up Talon, and it will say like that it is for the fresh install, and it will give you the choice to install the browser. So depending on what you use, like even if you do use Edge, you can keep it. It's not like they will like force you to delete Edge, but if you don't use it, they will remove it. Now, this part, like I want to say to the Talon devs, like, yeah, you guys made a pretty amazing software, but can we at least get some kind of, I don't know, like a progress type of thing? Like it's, let's say, editing registries, maybe it's removing files, like something, some kind of progress that shows that it is doing stuff. Like, yeah, I did see the video from the author of this that showed that we can kind of bypass it, but it would be pretty great if this menu like showed what it's doing, or like how far along it is in its process, or in case it just fails or maybe it's incomplete, it does give us some kind of feedback that, yeah, it needs to be rerun, or this part worked and this part didn't work. Maybe even a pop-up window that says these are the things that are removed, these are the things that are kept the same. Yeah, but again, you guys did an amazing job. Probably it took a way long, like it took a lot to get it to working in this part, but for some reason, here's something, I did keep this part. Like when I didn't exclude it, it did not actually do it properly. By that I mean, like it got stuck in some place and it didn't work. So I'll skip to that part and I'll show you what happened. So it did take a while. I think about 10 minutes or so. Like it does take a while, and it probably because again I'm doing this on a VM, so the VM is probably not powerful enough. And this is the error message I got, and I don't know what to make of it. But we do have the Status Tech tool, amazing tool by the way, and also he's a pretty like amazing content creator that had done a lot. But this was open and I couldn't close it. It was kind of stuck at this stage, so I was pretty, I don't know, like confused about what's going on. So at this point I was pretty stuck, but I thought maybe I should restart it. Probably I think it probably did install, and I just needed to restart my system to get it going. And later on the video, I did figure out why my system was so sluggish, because I set the para virtualization interface to KVM. That's why it was pretty sluggish. So I just ended it, closed it out, and then did a quick like reboot reboot of the system just so we can see what happens. While I was rebooting, I did see promise when it says updates are underway, because usually when you debloat your system, it usually says updates are underway. As Windows thinks it has been updated or some things are changed, so it will update, quote unquote, update your system. So after the system got rebooted, I went straight into Task Manager just to see that if it even worked, and it did. This is a very fresh install, so it's already pretty, I would say, cleaned up, but the process came down to 70, 80 when it was like 110, 120. It came out, and then overall the CPU was slowly like getting stable and like really good. It was getting there, but again I was still confused about the laggy part, which I did figure out. But yeah, anyway, I thought let's run it again because let's see what happens. So before I did anything, I just thought to add it to the exclusion, as I was watching the some modern gamers video, and the author did comment that a good workaround for this is to kind of exclude the C drive from your Defender. But again, you don't have to sacrifice the Defender. It will, like, you just have to remove it after Talon is done. So you still have that functionality. Like some debloater will straight up remove it, but Talon doesn't do that. It does keep the Defender. It just temporarily needs to disable it. So we'll just add an exclusion in here for the C drive just to see if it works. So go here, folders, and then after hitting folder, I'll just select the C drive, like the whole C drive, and then let's select folder. So it will just exclude C drive whenever it's running its checks and stuff. And this is temporary. Like this has to be done temporarily until you do have to install. Like you do have to enable it. So I did extract it again because the antivirus did this. Antivirus deleted it. So yeah. Anyway, we'll get back to Talon, and again the process is straightforward. You just say run anyway. We don't care what happens to Windows. We just need a clean and nice system. So there we go. Now we can run it again, and it's the same as the previous time. You just select browser. We select if you want their applications. If you do want their application, then you can keep them. And speaking of those applications, it's basically a few free and open source applications, basically lightweight applications that will replace stuff that you already have installed. So if you want to replace those, you can. And again, please tell them if for some reason you're watching this, can we please get a progress bar or something, like some kind of indicator that says what it's doing and how far along it is it in the process. Like at least then I don't have to look at a black void and think, is it working? Like just make it so I can get a tape measure and measure how far along it is. So yeah, so I'll let this finish, and again this does work. So if you guys are interested in checking this out, I'll leave the comment, like leave the link in the description or maybe in the pinned comment. If I forget, then yeah, somebody put it. Anyway, so that's about it for this video. Make sure to leave a like if you did find this video helpful, and tell me what you think like about this tool in general. Like, have you used it? Did you find it helpful? Did you find it a bit confusing to use? Did you find it I don't know, it could use an improvement? Leave all of them in the comments below, like what you think about it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.